What's up, everybody? Thanks for watching today, baby. All right, guys, how's everybody doing out there today? Sorry I'm a little late. Izzy was taking her time outside. um, did you guys know Kevin took Izzy on his motorcycle and she liked it? She's so cute. Yeah, Izzy loves the motorcycle rides. I think I posted a video of that a while back. My motorcycle it's been way too cold to be riding that bike in this weather though. So I think I got about 2 or 3 more months and I'll be out riding with her again. So that'll be nice. How's everybody doing? Please say hello as you stop in here. So it looks like Mama Cindy made it in here. She was the first one. She said, "Hey Kevin and everyone, I'm happy that I finally caught a live stream. Good to see you, Cindy. How have you been, Cindy?" Let's see here. So we've got Deb Woods in here. Says, "Hey everyone, good to see you, Deb." Sivan, hey, good to see you. I'm glad you could make it to a live stream finally. Let's see here. Okay, we've got Eric in here. Says, "What's up, Kevin?" Stockton Slapper says, "Eli in the house." What's up, everyone? Oh, Keith James, good to see you, man. How you doing? Hi, me too, she says. I can kind of see your picture there, Sivan. Sorry, this phone's so small. It's kind of hard for me to see you guys, but I can kind of get the gist of what you guys look like here. I haven't seen your picture before, so it's good to. I know some of you guys have been uploading pictures of yourselves and the little thumbnails on YouTube here. So, Keith, you've been on Sublocade now for what? Maybe has it been 10 days or something like that? Have you had to take any oral doses of Suboxone yet, or are you still doing good with that? If you guys didn't see, we had Keith on the channel. I believe it was Sunday night stream. Is that when it was, or was it last Wednesday? Sorry, I'm starting to get some of the shows mixed up. So Keith has taken 0 oral doses of Suboxone, and he came from low doses of Suboxone, and he took the 100 milligram Sublocade shot. See, he's been on it 7 days, and that's 7 days with no oral dosing, guys. So that just goes to show you guys it's definitely possible to give up the oral stuff right from day one. Many of you have done it, and some of you have struggled for your first month, but most people are able to do it from everything that you guys are reporting back to me. So please continue to keep letting me know how it's going. Do you feel any different at all? I mean, how different do you feel, Keith, from when you last time we spoke? Do you feel pretty much about the same? Do you feel kind of like I always try to explain it, how you just feel totally normal all day and all night? Looks like we've already got 10 people in here, guys. Don't forget to hit that like button as you are coming in, please, and that will help bring other people into the show. So go ahead and smash that like button. 2 seconds, guys. All right, who else we got in here, guys? How's your dose been going, Sivan? I know that you recently switched to the 2 milligram strips. I'm trying not to say the B word, guys, because I know some people, it drives some of you guys absolutely crazy. And somebody did make a post, said something about go back and watch it, and I did. And I think I'm just saying that word way too much. So I'm trying not to overuse the B word. You guys know what word I'm talking about. It's okay. Are you still taking 2 milligrams a day, or have you tried taking less? I know that you had mentioned that you thought that the films they don't last as long, but that definitely shouldn't be. I'm thinking about doing the shot. That's definitely something to consider. Good to see you, Lo-Fi. Says, what's up, guys? Let's see. Keith says, full busy schedule. I have great energy. I'm sleeping well, getting to the gym, just constipation and a little bit low on sex drive. Okay, Keith. So both of those things you mentioned there at the end, they will start getting better probably, I would say, in about a week or so. I kind of noticed that for the first week or two, those two things are kind of to be expected, and that has been consistent each time I would get another shot, right? So just something to kind of look forward to, that probably in the next week or so you'll start to get some relief from those things. But just try to stay up on the constipation if you can. Take some supplements. Make sure you guys are drinking tons of water. We've got 13 people in here, guys. Hit that like button if you could. So Keith says, first day back at work, I felt absolutely great. That's awesome, dude. So Keith was on vacation as he got his first, right after he got his first Sublocade shot. And I really thought that was an awesome idea how you did that, to kind of switch yourself up out of the norm, right? Yeah, drop me some comments, guys, so we can keep the conversation going. I know I usually get way behind in the comments. I'm going to try my best today to stay up with every comment, so I don't have to skip any of you. Cindy says, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. So it's still at 2 milligrams, but hard for me to not take 2 milligrams all at once. Yeah, I know some people struggle not taking their full dose for the day all at once. It's really going to kind of depend on like what you're used to, you know, how it feels once it kicks in for you. A lot of people, it's different. Like some people like to take it all at once a day and just get on with their day, but some people like to spread out their doses, you know, every two or three times a day. So it's kind of just, you guys are going to just have to kind of mess around with the doses and see what works best for you. Especially when tapering. Keep in mind, guys, that we really got to be patient with ourselves once we're tapering, especially when we're on lower doses. Specifically, we really need to be careful when we get below 2 milligrams. Like 2 milligrams and below, that's like when you need to really start slowing the taper down. But I know, Sivan, you really didn't ever go too high with your dose, so you're kind of starting at a lower dose. So she says, yeah, with a little sweaty face. Does the shot make you not have anxiety anymore if I switch? That's a little tricky because I know that you have a few different things going on with different medications that you're taking. As far as, so are you saying that Suboxone is making you have anxiety? I don't want to dive too deep into your personal situation. I know that you and I have had private conversations via the Clarity, so I just don't want to. I don't want to talk about too much of your personal situation here with everybody on, but I'm more than willing to respond to whatever questions that you have here for me. So, so you're saying that you get anxiety once you take your Suboxone and your Suboxone kicks in. It makes you have anxiety. Is that what I'm understanding you say? Maybe other stuff too. Yeah, I think there's a few different things that could be coming into play with your situation. Good to see you, Nate S. How's your, you got to be up at around 55, 60 days now, Nate, right? How are you feeling, buddy? Eric, that is very good. Oh, sorry, I missed your comment, Eric. Okay, let me go back up here to what Eric said. So Eric says, I'm making a new start to get off of opiates this month. I want to make a fresh start with school and getting my life together, and I can't do that on opiates. So Eric, are you saying that you're going to cold turkey withdrawal through opiates, or are you going to actually finally get on Suboxone, brother? I'm really curious what your game plan is, because Don't tread on me says, yo, B. Sorry, I can't say that word anymore. I think I start saying the B word too much, guys, so I'm trying to chill out with saying that. I don't want to wear it out too hardcore. You guys always know I always say it at the beginning of the stream, but I did watch the last live stream that I did back, and I literally said that word probably 15, 20 times, and I was like, oh, too much, man, too much. So awesome. Nate S says tomorrow's day 60. I went to the gym after work and I took the pup for a walk. I sleep like a baby again. That's awesome, dude. Congratulations. Are you noticing, Nate, that there are any other issues that you're having currently? Someone says after 15 minutes. So after 15 minutes, you're having anxiety from your Suboxone. That doesn't sound right to me. And I know it's kind of hard for us to go back and forth. We're kind of jumping all around with your situation, so I hate to get like confused with that. And I know that's why a lot of times it's easier to do the phone calls, because it's kind of hard for me to, especially where we're bouncing back and forth here. So I don't want to confuse you here on this video, Siobhan. Deb, how are you doing? Are you still hanging out around 1/4 milligram, or what's been going on with you? Anybody else that has recently switched to, I was hoping that we could get, what was her name? She's been in here the last couple weeks. She's the one that was talking about going to Dr. Chris Park for the Sublocade shot. I was really wanting to get an update on her situation. You remember who I'm talking about, Deb? What was her name? I think she said she's going to try to hop on today's live stream, so hopefully she hops in here soon. Guys, I just wanted to kind of talk a minute about, I've got a crappy cold, so I've been trying to cut back again. Damn, Marky Rizzo, what's up, buddy? I know Marky Rizzo's been sick too. He says, what's up, mother effers? Hope everyone is feeling well. So what, now Deb, you're sick? Is that what you're saying? Got a crappy cold? I know Marky's been recently sick too. It must be going around right now, guys. Yeah, she posted a video from you saying she's... Yeah, that's who I'm talking about. Do you remember her name, Deb? It was... whatever her name was. I know I'll see it when I want to see it pop up in here. But she has been struggling with feeling sick and puking from her Suboxone. And I didn't realize until after the comment she left about going to Dr. Chris Park about getting on the Sublocade shot. And I just hope that she, I don't know, like, I think that she needs to get that figured out before she hops on the Sublocade shot. Now, obviously, you guys know I'm not a doctor. Nothing on my channel is medical advice. If you guys are struggling with addiction, make sure that you seek out your own medical doctor, okay, guys? But I just know that a lot of you guys are wanting to switch to the Sublocade shot because that's what I did. But I need you guys to remember that we're all on our own journey with this stuff, okay? There's tons of people I talk to that suffer with Kratom addiction, people that struggle with opiate addiction. They're still on fentanyl from the streets. There's people that, most of you guys are struggling with Suboxone dependence or addiction, or struggling with Suboxone tapering. That's probably most of you watching this channel. Some of you are wanting to switch to the Sublocade shot, but I think it's important for us all to remember that just because I am on the Sublocade shot doesn't mean that everybody needs to get on the Sublocade shot. Yes, Omisha, thank you, Deb. So keep an eye for Amisha to hop in here and chat with us. I really want to get an update on her situation, because I was just thinking about, like, once I pieced it together that that's who that was. I mean, obviously I can't speak for Dr. Chris Parker, but I would assume that he would want her to be feeling good and stable on Suboxone before he switched her to the shop, right? I haven't talked to him about this, and obviously it's none of my business what they decide to do, but I couldn't imagine if she's having complications with her Suboxone, why she would want to get on the Sublocade shot, right guys? Because remember, it's the same medication, it's just a different administration and a different half-life. So it's just something that kind of kicked into my head after I pieced it together, who she was and who it was that was posting that. So hopefully she can hop on here and we can kind of chat with her for a minute about that. I know Anthony gave her a few different ideas of things to try to where she wouldn't keep getting sick from her Suboxone. And I know we've kind of spoken with her over the last couple weeks. So I'm really curious to get an update on her situation. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to make sure that you guys all know. I talk a lot about Sublocade because it's where I'm at with my recovery right now, and I'm trying to be that voice for people who have tried to taper off of Suboxone and failed many times. You know, just because I'm switched over to Sublocade doesn't mean that everybody who's on Suboxone needs to do that. So I really wanted to make that clear, guys. If you're on Suboxone and you have enough clean time to where you and your doctor have decided that it could be okay for you to start tapering, then start tapering, right? Don't just hop over to Sublocade. I would say if you're already on Suboxone and things are going good, then just take your time and try to taper off. I think that would be the best way to start with, generally speaking, guys. Now remember, there's a million different situations. Everybody's situation is going to be completely different. Other medications come into play. How long you've been sober? Is there a possibility of you relapsing? Like, do you have drug connections still in your life? There are just so many different ideas that come into this stuff. It's way too general for me to just say everybody should go on to Sublocade. So I really want to nail that point home today for you guys, because I know a lot of people are loving Sublocade, but I don't think that everybody watching this needs to do exactly what I'm doing, guys. Make sure that you guys come up with your own plan with your doctor to do whatever you guys decide to do, okay? So Eric says, cold turkey. I know what you're thinking. It's one of the hardest things to do. And yes, that's definitely what I'm thinking. I can't get on Suboxone. I've cold turkeyed so many times that I'm 38 and I'm done. Addiction is like having a mental illness. I definitely agree with you. It is definitely a lot like having a mental illness, and a lot of people do say that it is a mental illness. I'm just wondering what's going to be the thing that's going to actually make you stick through with a cold turkey, Eric, because I know how hard that is, buddy. What's different about right now than the last couple of years that you've been trying to get off? Like, what's going to stick this time? I know it's pretty easy to say, and I'm not trying to discourage you at all, brother, because you know you're my boy up in here. I know it's very easy to say, I'm going to withdraw and I'm going to cold turkey this, but we all know how hard that is once that withdrawal kicks in, especially from full opiates. I really hope that you can do it, buddy. I just hope that you have a strong enough why, right? That's a lot of people say you need to have that why to do it. You can't just kind of want to get off this stuff. You have to hate this crap. And I really hope that you're to that point to where you can do that. But please keep us updated how that goes for you, because I really hope that you can do that, my friend. I do. I just know how hard it was when I tried to do that like 15 times in a row. When you say I can't get on Suboxone, what does that mean, Eric? Why can't you get on Suboxone? So Deb says, I've felt better for 2 days now, but I still have a sore throat. Oh, damn, Deb, I'm sorry. I know we didn't see on Sunday. There were some people asking where you were at. And I told them you usually don't hop on the Sunday live streams. Yeah, Marky, I feel like I'm 90 years old. Laugh out loud. Well, I practically am at 63. Nah, Dad, you got a ways to go before you're getting up to 90. I mean, damn, 28 years? Yep, so you got 28 years to go. That's a long time. So, okay, so Eric says, I know myself. If I take Suboxone, I'll start being addicted to that. I just know me. Well, I'd rather have you be addicted to that than high dose oxys, right? I mean, wouldn't you rather be addicted to a partial opiate than a full opiate? Let me ask you, Eric. So, if I remember right, I thought you said you were getting your oxys from was it from the doctor, or are you getting them off the street? And if you are getting them from the doctor, I was curious, what are you being prescribed them for? Because if you're a chronic pain patient, then maybe you just need to stay on it, right? Or are you just using them for recreational purposes? Nate S says, don't tread on me, yo. How's your withdrawal going? Can you see the light? Thanks for bringing that up Nate. So Don't Tread on Me is currently in withdrawal, right? Nate, did I miss where I asked you a little bit earlier? Like, do you have any sort of issues left, even though you're at day, what did you say, 60? Let me look back up here again. Where is it? No, I can't find it. Scrolling. Dude, I literally cannot find Nate's message where he said how many days it was. Okay, so 60. Are there any more issues that you're having currently, Nate? Or you just feel like a totally normal person again? Not quite like you are, laugh out loud, but it's getting better. How many days into withdrawal are you? Don't tread on me. Okay, so Nate S says no more symptoms. The diarrhea was the last to go. So I know it sounds like you kind of had, you had yourself the runs and maybe like some sleep issues, right? So what's your opinion on pause, Nate? Do you think it's like, do you think you have any sort of pause at all? Or you literally just feel like you've never been on it, or what? So I know some people can say that the pause could last up to a year or two. I've never really believed that, but I mean, I guess if that's what they're saying, it just seems like there could be other things going on for people who say that, right? That's kind of been my opinion in the past, but day 36, okay. That's pretty good, man. You're kicking butt. Okay, so Eric says, I get them from both. I had 2 hip replacements from avascular necrosis, but everything's healing now. So it was used for pain at one point and landed to an addiction. So you kind of have a lot of so you're getting them from the streets and from the doctor, it sounds like. Yeah, that's a tough spot you're in, man. I'm sorry that you kind of been struggling with that for so long. And 2 hip replacements, that sounds pretty pretty intense. So I could see why you would need some stuff to get through that. So Don't Tread on Me says it's the energy for me. So you have no energy to get your stuff done, right? Nate S says, we'll see as time goes on, but I feel happier and hopeful. Confidence and energy is back. I don't really know much about pause. Okay, good. So maybe just forget that I even said that. Hold on, guys. Dr. Chris Park just sent me a text. Shout out to Dr. Chris Park if you see this. Let's see here. Okay, guys, I wanted to just take a minute to thank the contributors for the week. You guys know I always like to do that. For those of you who have donated or contributed to the channel here, guys. So the contributor of the week goes to MP. Hopefully he gets on here, that's Monty. He has hooked it up lately on this channel, guys. So last Wednesday, he did a $50 super chat on the channel, and then also on Sunday he did another $50 super chat. So shout out to Amani, aka MP, for contributing $100 to our YouTube channel here over the past 7 days, guys. Super shout out to Amani. Awesome stuff. And he also had made a comment about his lifestyle and how he lives, and I thought that was really cool of him to share. He helps with like animals who need help, right, guys? I guess he has like a ranch, and he helps animals who are in need. So I thought that was really admirable of him to share his story. We also had Kingdom Within come through with a super chat last Wednesday and also on the Sunday night stream. Super shout out to you, Kingdom Within. We had Mama Deb with a $20 Cash App last week. I really appreciate you, Deb, and thank you for being my moderator here and also showing me love every single week. I really appreciate that. We also had Callie Love with a super chat last week. We had Roberta with a Venmo contribution, and we had Mikey on the Sunday night with a super chat, and Brian K came through with a super chat as well Sunday night. So shout out to all of you who contributed for the week. I really do appreciate each and every one of you who decided to do that, guys. Super shout out to MP for doing a $50 super chat twice this week, guys. Shout out to you guys. Thank you. I'm trying not to get too far behind in the comments, as you guys can tell. It looks like it's kind of slow in here today, so if you guys have any questions, there you are, Omisha. We've been waiting for you. Okay, so guys, drop me some comments, drop me some questions. It seems really abnormally slow in here today. Usually I cannot even keep up with you guys, so I'm not sure. Maybe you guys are out. Maybe there's a lot of people out in the gym right now doing their New Year's resolutions, and that would make me happy. Just a quick side note, guys. Have you guys seen what the heck has been going on in our sports world this week? Like crazy stuff, guys. And I hate to burst your bubble if you haven't heard of this yet, but on Monday Night Football, a guy literally died on national television. He lost his heartbeat from a football tackle, right? And they restored his heartbeat after giving him CPR for 15 minutes on the field on live television. Have you guys heard about this stuff? It was the Bills' safety. Good to see you, Sean P. Omisha, I'm going to talk to you in just a minute. I have some questions for you. So, yeah, give me just a second, guys. So, okay, so let me back up a little bit. So you guys probably seen that stuff that happened on Monday Night Football. I guess the guy is still in, critical condition. So hopefully they're saying that he's making improvements now. Also, we had Ken Block. Do you guys know who Ken Block is? He died of a snowmobiling accident, I believe the first of the year. Ken Block is the guy that makes those super awesome car stunt videos, usually in like a Subaru or a Ford. Back in the day, he used to be in the Ford, but usually I think he's in a Subaru. He does those viral videos on YouTube doing crazy stunts in cars and trucks. So Ken Block died. That guy died on TV basically, but they revived him on the football game. And then also Dana White, the president of the UFC, got caught smacking his wife around in public at a club, like beating her, smacking her hard, guys. Like, it's a viral video. All these things happened in the last few days, guys. Like, this year is starting off crazy. Just a quick side note, my Seahawks got punked by the NFL by how they staged the games. For the NFC West, people that know what that is, the NFC, there's only one more wild card spot, and it's going to go to either the Seahawks, which is my team, or the Packers and the Lions. And what they did is they're making my Seahawks play earlier in the day So if the Seahawks win, then the Lions literally have nothing to play for on the Sunday night game. So they're basically handing Packers that playoff spot, in my opinion. That could just be me as a sour patch for how they did that. But think about it, guys. They didn't have the NFL games scheduled like they always do. They literally had them to be determined. And so they set it up to where the Packers and the Lions get the nighttime game. If Seahawks win earlier in the day, then the Lions don't have nothing to play for it because they're eliminated with the Seahawks win. So freaking crappy stuff in the sports world right now, guys. Sorry for going off on that. And sorry if you guys didn't know about those other things that I told you guys about. It's just a really crazy time right now in the world, guys. So, people getting injured. Sean, good to see you, Sean P. Okay, so Omisha, I just looked at your reply sent, laugh out loud, but yes, I tried what Anthony told me to do with not swallowing the meds, and to be honest, it has helped with being sick to my stomach every time. Good. Okay, good. I was going to say, I didn't realize that you were who you were when you made the comment about you're going to Dr. Chris Park, okay? Because I know that you were having issues with not being sick every time you took your Suboxone, right? And we've been trying to kind of come up with different ideas that would make you feel better. But I'm still having the highs and lows all day, which is very annoying because it's feeling like a roller coaster. Okay, so I understand that part. I just wanted to make sure that you weren't still physically getting sick from Suboxone, because I'm not speaking for Dr. Chris Park at all, but I'm assuming that he would want you to be feeling good and stable on Suboxone before he gives you a Sublocade shot, right? Because the Sublocade shot, you can't just pull it out and stop taking it like you can with the Suboxone, right? Once it's in you, it's in you. So I would probably either talk to your current doctor, Omisha, or Dr. Chris Park about you probably want to get feeling more steady on Suboxone, I would guess. Okay, again, I'm not a doctor. I cannot give you medical advice. I can't tell you what Dr. Chris Park is going to do or not do, or your other doctor is going to do. Every doctor is going to be different, okay? So I just don't want you to go in there and say, Kevin said you should do this, right? Like, it's totally up to you and your doctor or Dr. Chris Park, whatever you guys come up with. But I just think that I'm guessing here, Omisha, that you're going to want to be stabilized on Suboxone before you get on the Sublocade shot, okay? That's just something I want you to think about and maybe talk with them about before you get the shot planned. Also, another thing too is what's the total dose that you're taking right now, Omisha? Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. It might be challenging. I might be saying that wrong. So did you end up lowering your dose per day or no? So much warfare, right? Yeah, this world just seems like it's starting off to like not a good year so far this year. Jeremy Renner too. I haven't heard about Jeremy Renner. Sorry, but didn't die. Yeah, no, he died on the field. Like, his heartbeat was gone, guys, but they had to resuscitate him with CPR. So his heart did stop on the field. I think twice, they said. What happened to Jeremy Renner? I don't even know who that is. Hundreds of soccer deaths in the UK too? What? Oh, okay. So I must have been getting, sorry, I talked to so many people on here, so I'm glad you clarified that. And that makes me feel much better, Omisha. For some reason, I thought you were taking like just a couple of milligrams or something like that. So that makes me feel much better that you're on 8 milligrams twice a day. I think that you're going to be good to go then with Dr. Chris. She says, I need Dr. Chris. Okay, that makes me feel a lot better. I don't know why. Oh, that's what Siobhan said. Sorry. Actually, Siobhan, you know what? You're in California, right? You need to see. I made a video, Siobhan. Let me give you the number. Let me give you the live stream number. It was a Wednesday live stream with. I'm drawing a blank, guys. You guys know who I'm talking about. Ken Starr, MD. He's out in California, and he is extremely familiar with the Sublocade shot. If that's what you guys are interested in, those of you who are in California, Let me give you the video to check out. So, we went into great detail about the Sublocade shot, and for people who are on lower doses, Sivan, hint, hint, people who are on lower doses of Suboxone, he's willing to go off-label with it. Yes, Ken Starr. He's willing to go off-label. Not every doctor out there is going to be willing to go off-label with Sublocade, guys. And what do I mean by that, right? I mean people who are on lower doses of Suboxone. They can start with a lower than normal shot, right? Because the manufacturer recommends that everybody starts at the same dose of 300 milligrams. Okay, so it's Wednesday live stream number 23. That's the one you want to go back and watch, Sivan. Okay. If you're interested about, and that is a 3-hour live stream, but you really only need to watch the first part with Dr. Ken Starr and I. We were talking about Sublocade for people who are on low doses. Yeah, you're welcome. So if anybody missed that stream, it was the Wednesday live stream number 23. As you guys know, all the Wednesday live streams are numbered. We had an awesome. He's a very smart, and he's in California. For a lot of you guys who are in California that I speak to, if you're interested in getting on the Sublocade shot and you talk to him, tell him that Kevin sent you, or Kicking Addiction. I've got some friends all over the country that specialize in this stuff, like Dr. Chris Park. Dr. B is also in California. Dr. B, I don't think he does much with Sublocade, and I definitely don't think that he goes off-label with it, according to what I've spoken about with Nicole. To go off-label, meaning that they can adjust for your lower Suboxone dose. Definitely Ken Starr. I'm not sure. I haven't talked to Dr. Chris Park about how much experience he has with going off-label with Sublocade. But I'm sure I will talk to him about that in the future. Now it looks like we've got some people coming in here, guys. So please say hello. Hit that like button as you guys come in here. We've now got 24 people in here. And I'm trying not to say the B word because I know it drives some of you crazy. I know most of you don't care that I say that, but I just don't want to wear that out. I see usually there's a lot of commotion before breakthroughs, I've noticed. Yeah, I like that. It says excellent, thank you. I think Deb just posted the video that I was speaking about to the live stream. Thank you, Deb, for posting that. It feels like my voice is already starting to kind of go out, guys. Oh boy, did you guys hear that? That sounded like a cash app from Marky Rizzo. Hold on, let me pull it up, guys. He usually leaves me some kind of message with that. Where'd it go? Marky Rizzo, my boy, just sent a $5 cash app. He says, for I'm back, baby. Say it, baby, ooh, baby. He literally made me say that, guys, so you can't get mad at me for saying that. Say it. Oh, freaking kid's funny, man. Thank you, Marky Rizzo. I appreciate your constant support and also the help here in the live stream. Man, my voice is freaking toast, guys. What is up with that? Let me chug some water. Callie Love, good to see you. Ken Starr is the name. Yeah, it's Dr. Ken Starr, and he's in California. I want to say you could probably do a Google search for him. But also in the video, we talk about how you can get a hold of him. So if you just watch that video that Deb posted, or just do a search on my channel, on my live videos for Wednesday episode number 23, we went over some really good information, and I really did a lot of preparation work for that video. I had a lot of awesome questions that I had asked him. So, wow, what is wrong with my voice today? Woo! Guys, I had a CT heart scan today to make sure that I don't have any plaque around my heart, right? If you guys don't know what that is, if you have anybody in your family who has had a stroke or a heart attack, or you have used or abused steroids in the past, that's definitely something you want to consider. If you've been a smoker, if you have high cholesterol levels, or if your family has any sort of history with heart attacks and strokes, it literally only cost me $69 cash to pay for a full-blown CT scan of my heart. And that's going to tell me if there's any plaque buildup around my arteries in my heart, guys. I had one done 3 years ago, and my score was 0. So I had 0 plaque buildup. Thank God, thankfully. And basically, what that will tell you is if you're on a collision course with having a heart attack, and I think also it goes with strokes as well, guys. So if you don't know what that is, just look it up in your area. It's usually really cheap. It's a very high-tech machine, but they usually have it to where you can just do a quick cash pay, and then they'll send you a full report of your heart. It's called a coronary artery CT heart scan, guys. Look it up in your area. Chances are it's either free with your insurance, or if they have a hospital like mine, it can literally save your guys' life. It took me 5 minutes of just laying there, right? And for those of you who are on synthetic testosterone like me, that are on testosterone replacement therapy from their doctor, even that can cause elevated plaque levels around your heart. So it's good if you guys are on testosterone, or if you guys are even on steroids. Definitely you guys on steroids need to check this out and have this done, because a lot of people that take steroids, the gym bros these days, they don't even get their basic blood work done, guys. And that is just so stupid to me, that these kids in the gym these days are taking hardcore steroids and they have no idea even what their blood pressure is, like the basic stuff. They're willing to play Russian roulette with their life to get some gym gains, but they can't take 5-10 minutes to go get their blood checked, right? Or they can't even check their blood pressure. Like, it just seems totally irresponsible to me for people who are so uninformed about their basic health, especially when it comes to taking that kind of stuff, performance enhancing drugs, guys. Side note, if any of you guys are struggling with your addiction, or you want to know about different things to do with Kratom or Suboxone or Sublocade, or if you're stuck on steroids or whatever, guys, if you feel that I can help you in any way, there is a link in the description box of all of my videos. You're looking for a link to my clarity.fm account. I can have a private conversation with you, and that way we don't have to air out your dirty laundry here on my YouTube channel, guys. If you guys need to have a private conversation with me, that's the way to do it, right? What happens is you get on there and you book a time slot that works for you. It literally calls me like it's on a phone call, and that's on your time that you schedule that as well, guys, okay? So Marky says, Kev, do you take a pre-workout? If so, which one? Marky, I used to always take pre-workouts, but literally most of it is just caffeine that you get the energy from. So I would say for like the first 10 years of my fitness career, you could call it, I did take a pre-workout. I think I mostly took C4 back in the day. But after realizing how much money pre-workouts cost, and realizing the ingredients in them, the main thing you're getting energy from is simply caffeine. And so you can save yourself a crap load of money just by getting a caffeine pill bottle at Walmart. And be careful with that, because that can be very addicting to go that route. But literally for like $4, you can get a bottle of 60 caffeine pills, right, guys? Take 1 or 2 of those before your workout, and it's literally the same thing as pre-workout. Now, some pre-workouts have stuff like beta-alanine, which gives you the tingles, which some of you may or may not like. You can also go to GNC and get beta-alanine or niacin. Be real careful with niacin. That's the stuff that turns your skin kind of red and makes you feel like you're just kind of going crazy. A lot of people like that before your workouts, but you can literally go buy these individual ingredients and literally create the same exact effect that you get from going and buying an expensive pre-workout. There's much cheaper ways to do this than to just go buy the most expensive pre-workout. Literally, guys, the most important ingredient in there is caffeine. And please don't take that, anytime between like 5 hours before you're going to go to bed, because it'll keep your heartbeat wired and you'll be up all night. Looks like I'm probably quite a bit behind in the comments now. Let me go ahead and get caught up here. Callie Love says, happy Wednesday to the crew. Good to see you, Callie, again. Sorry, I already said hello. Rio Grande, California. I believe that's where Dr. Ken Starr is, guys. And I know some of you were talking about how going on an hour drive to get your Sublocade shot was too far. And there's some people, guys, that have, I think, who was it? Was it somebody recently said that they're like, I used to drive 7 hours for my opiate addiction. I could drive 2 hours to get my Sublocade. And I thought that was an incredible way to think about it. If I had to go 2 hours to have this experience that I had had to get on Sublocade, then definitely, guys, I would do it without question. But as I said earlier in the stream, guys, not all of you need to go on Sublocade just because that's what I did, right? If you've tried tapering Suboxone and you've failed in the past many times, you just know you're not going to do very good at tapering. You're not going to have that willpower to be successful with tapering every day. That's when you could probably consider Sublocade. Also, there was a guy I spoke with a while back. He was addicted to fentanyl pills, hardcore fentanyl addiction. He went to a rehab 30 days. They put him on Suboxone for 7 days and then put him right on the Sublocade shot. So I thought that was an awesome way to do it, because now he doesn't have the option to stop taking his Suboxone and go get back on fentanyl, right? Because he has the injection in his stomach. So not only did he go to a 30-day treatment facility, but he also got put on, oh great, gotta help somebody move this weekend. But he also got put on the Sublocade shot. So that's gonna make it to where he can't just go relapse, right? Because he has that blocker built into him. So yeah, there's, as I always say, guys, there's just way too many scenarios for each and every person for me to just be so general with it, right, guys? There's many different things that come into play. So it's really hard for me to just say everybody needs to do this, everybody needs to do that. That's why I always say, guys, that you guys need to be speaking to your own doctor about your addiction issues. I can give you my experience, what I would do if I was in your shoes, because you guys know I've been in this lifestyle for 20 years, guys. I have a lot of experience with all the things that we talk about on this channel. So I'm just trying to help you guys find your way that much easier, okay? So you don't have to waste as many years as I did. Because trust me, I wasted a lot of years. And I could have saved myself a lot of time if I could go back and speak to my younger self, for damn sure. What's going on with those fitness goals, Kev? It's a new year. Let's go. Yeah, I've never made that fitness, that upgrade on my fitness video stuff, because it just seemed like nobody really cared about the fitness stuff on this channel, guys, to be quite honest with you. I spent a lot of time putting together fitness videos and fitness content, and literally just not many people watch the videos. So I'm not sure what really to do with fitness stuff from here, guys, because it takes so much time to put those videos together and only 70 or 80 people even watch it. It's just like, I might need to wait until this channel's a little bit bigger to start breaking out stuff back out. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, guys. How's your fitness stuff going, Callie? I know you've been working on stuff a lot. Okay, so Amisha says, it makes me feel like how I used to be in my addiction. I just want a stable, mellow while I'm on Suboxone, not with all the highs and lows. Yeah, and I know that, you know, once you get stabilized on the Suboxone, Amisha, that when you switch over to Sublocade and things are that much, I mean, much more smoother for you, I know that it sounds like you'll be a great candidate for it. And I'm glad that you got on here and let me know the doses that you were on, because for some reason I thought you were on much smaller doses of Suboxone. So I think that's a big part of why you were getting sick, because Omisha, if I recall, I don't think your addiction got very high as far as how many milligrams of Oxy or, you know, Roxy, whatever you guys want to call it. If I can recall, I don't think your addiction got very high, but to where you're now on 8 to 16 milligrams of Suboxone a day, that's a pretty high dose of Suboxone to be on. So I can see why you would have such highs and lows with those doses. And I could see why they could make you sick. kind of wish your doctor would have maybe started you out on a lower dose of Suboxone, but I don't know what was said. I don't know the level of experience your doctor has with Suboxone. It doesn't sound like maybe he has a whole lot of it. I don't want to talk badly about your doctor, but it sounds like if you're going to see Dr. Chris Park, that you're going to be on the right track. So that makes me feel happy for you. Nate S says C4 Ultimate. I love those tingles. Yeah, see, a lot of people like those tingles, and you can literally get that by buying beta alanine at GNC. That alone will give you those tingles before your workout, and it will save you a lot of money. You can find your favorite pre-workout, guys, and look at the ingredients, and then you can buy the key ingredients at the GNC store and literally save yourself a ton of money. Or if you're not broke, joke, then just buy the C4. I don't think it's that expensive. But obviously, like, I like to save money wherever I can. I'm not like a super cheapskate, but if I know what's in the stuff and I can create the stuff for a quarter of the price, then why wouldn't I do that, right? Callie says, I have overdosed on pre-workout and only took 2 pills. Explain to me what happened during this overdose, Callie. And I mean caffeine pills. So you took 2 caffeine pills and you overdosed? What happened during this overdose? Did you start puking everywhere? Did you have to go to the ER? Deb says, is the volume low for anyone else, or is it my cold? Must be me. Am I talking too quiet, guys? Do I need to speak up? Hey, Rachel B, good to see you. Sivan says, thanks, Kev. You're welcome. Deb says, exactly right. We are all different. Yeah, guys, I just hate to feel like I'm pushing you guys towards a certain route that you might not need to go. I've had people on this channel recently talking about methadone, Kratom, and I have both of them. I remember specifically telling them, just stick with that. If it's working for you and you can taper down, just stick with that, guys. Don't worry about switching over to Suboxone, having to withdraw from methadone, and then having to stabilize on Suboxone, and then go to the Sublocade shot. Like, keep it easy, guys, if you can, right? Keep your recovery as easy as possible. Don't feel like you have to switch over to all these different things and try out tons of different things. Try to keep things as simple as possible. Keep the medications down to a minimal if possible, so you don't have too many different things pulling you in too many different directions, too many different medications or substances, right? You don't want to take something to spike you up and then you have to take something else to bring you down, right? There's too many things that could be fighting each other, and just don't overcomplicate your situation. Don't tread on me says it's you. No, it's me, Kev. My head feels like a rock tonight. I'm sorry, Deb. Deb, did you tell us? Okay, so I don't think you said what dose you're on right now, Deb. Are you still hanging around 1/4 of a milligram or what? I know a lot of people like to follow along with where Deb is at in her taper, so I always try to ask her so we can make sure that everybody knows where she's at and how she's doing. But I know that she said that she's sick recently. My apologies if I missed the dose that you mentioned that you're on, Deb. Is Zach in here? How's Zach doing? GM says, yes, it's difficult to hear. What's difficult to hear, GM? Oh, it's difficult to hear me? All right, guys, hold on. Sorry, let me pull you closer. Sorry, I have a couple people texting me. Let me get you closer. Try that. What's the date today, guys? 4th. Okay, it's difficult to hear. If it's still difficult to hear, guys, let me know. I'm gonna make sure my internet stuff is normal. I should be good. Okay, so Callie says I took 2 caffeine pills. Let me know if the volume's better now, guys. Oh, Yellow Jackets. I have taken those before at the gas station. Yeah, if you guys are taking like um, caffeine pills or energy drinks, make sure that you guys keep an eye on the dosage of caffeine that is in the bottle or on the packet, right, guys? Because this stuff can add up really quick, and you can start to have heart palpitations, or you can get kicked into what's called AFib, atrial fibrillation, to where your heart is beating out of rhythm, and that can be very scary. And I have experience with that. I thought it was just anxiety, but it was the higher doses of caffeine were kicking my heart literally out of rhythm, guys. And I almost died one day while I was driving. I almost passed out. I went to the ER. They did an electrogram, whatever, where they monitor your heart, and they were like freaking out. My heart was so far out of whack. And we traced it down to I used to take 3 caffeine pills every morning, which is 600 milligrams all at once, guys. So don't do that if you're taking high doses of caffeine drinks. Don't be drinking caffeine drinks all day long, or taking high doses of caffeine pills, or drinking coffee all day long, guys, because coffee too can be really strong. If you guys take a lot of caffeine or caffeine supplements, and you start to feel off or anxious, you could literally, guys, be kicking your heart out of rhythm. There's an easy way for you guys to know if your heart is out of rhythm, okay? Take your 2 fingers, find your vein on your wrist, guys, so where you can feel your heartbeat, and literally count a minute worth of heartbeats. You'll feel it if your heart is out of rhythm. So count the beats. 1, 2, 3, and you'll hear it. If it's off, it'll go boom, 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 boom. Like, you'll feel it's noticeably off, guys. And if that's happening to you after you drink any sort of caffeine, coffee, energy drink, then that's telling your body that you need to take things down a notch, okay? And that can cause you to have a heart attack or a stroke. So next time you guys feel like you're anxious and you're on caffeine, feel your heartbeat, count the beats for about a minute straight, guys, and you'll feel it if something's wrong, okay? This could save your life, guys. I'm just being for real with you. I have literally done tests on many people that I've been hanging out with before and after they've taken caffeine. Even lower doses of caffeine can kick your heart out of rhythm, guys. So please be careful if you're taking stimulants, caffeine, if you're on Adderall, if you're on Vyvanse. All of these things can definitely contribute to that happening. So if you guys suffer from anxiety, keep an eye on your heartbeat. All you got to do is count a minute worth of beats, and you'll know if your heart is out of rhythm. If it's out of rhythm, then talk to your doctor, lower your stimulant dose, lower your caffeine dose, and you won't have that anxiety, because I always thought it was anxiety, but my heart was out of rhythm. So it could be a simple misdiagnosis for anxiety when your heart is just off beat. That's a serious thing to think about, guys. Nate says, 5:30 a.m. I'm pounding a Red Bull every day. I gotta chill. Yeah, I know a lot of us are addicted to energy drinks and Red Bulls and caffeine pills. Just be careful, guys. Sugar-free Red Bull issue. I got a sugar-free Red Bull issue. At least you got the sugar-free edition, right, Marky? I know that there can be a lot of sugar in these drinks. That's why I always went with the red line drink, because there was no sugar in it. Did Deb say something? Okay, so Deb says, I've been on 0.2 milligrams, and since I feel crappy, I am trying to skip doses and get down in dose to take like 0.15 or so. Okay, wow, so you're pushing forward even though you're sick. That's really admirable, Deb. That's really hard to do, by the way. I know that anytime that I've been like sick, I was definitely not feeling very motivated to taper when I was on Suboxone. So props to you, Deb, for pushing forward even though you're kind of feeling like crap already. So it kind of sounds like you're trying to like camouflage your Suboxone taper with the sickness that you already have. So it's creative and it's admirable for sure. So good job. Let us know how you feel next week with that stuff. Hopefully you can start feeling better soon. Sounds better. Okay, so sounds like my speaking up, pulling you closer worked. Thank you guys for letting me know that that was too quiet too, because if something's ever wrong with the stream, if something seems blurry or too quiet, let me know so I can try to fix it. Don't tread on me says Red Bull is healthy for you. Marky Rizzo says I can't quit. Yeah, a lot of people, man, it's hard to quit that stuff. Especially because it's basically like a rebound effect. Once your body's so used to the caffeine and then you take it away, it's just very hard to get past that. Now, I want to let you guys know that caffeine withdrawal is 10 times easier than going through like a Suboxone withdrawal. I can't tell you how many times I have done a cold turkey caffeine withdrawal in my life. Many times, guys, many times. And it's literally like a day or two of no energy and possibly a migraine. You could take migraine medication if you need to. That's literally it, guys. Low energy for a couple days. This is just my experience, by the way. Some people it might be like a week of low energy, but for me, it's literally like 2 days, and I'm good to go after that. Another thing to look into for you guys that are into a lot of Red Bulls and caffeine stuff, look into something called adrenal fatigue. Do a Google search on it. If your guts are like overstimulated, it can really be bad for your body to just keep going, right? Dr. Chris Park says, never mind, I found it. Sorry, buddy. I'll have to text him when we get done on here. Let's see. Caffeine doesn't even work for me anymore, but I love it. Yeah, see, and that's what sucks, is to get to that point where you're and it's funny because I said that same thing to my cardiologist. I said, I don't even feel 600 milligrams. He said, just because you don't feel it doesn't mean it's not taxing your organs in your body. So once he said that to me, that really kind of stuck with me. So doesn't that suck, Marky, to be taking something to get the energy, but you don't get the benefit of it anymore? You only get the cons of having to pay for it and the cons of it taxing your organs in your body, but you don't even get the energy anymore. See, to me, it's like, okay, at that point, why am I doing this? Might be a good time to take a little break from the caffeine, buddy. You know I didn't say the B word. Literally, guys, I think I said that like 30 times on the last stream, so I'm so sorry for you guys that bugs. I know that's got to be very annoying to hear that. Anybody ever try that mud water mushroom drink? Character Matter says. No, I've never heard of that. Me either. I can't go to sleep after drinking a Red Bull. Yeah, I think they say you need to take it at least 5 hours. Any caffeine needs to be taken at least 5 hours before bedtime, or else it's going to cause you to have elevated blood pressure and heart rate as you're trying to lay there in bed, and that's not going to make it easy to fall asleep. Marky says, my thing now is cold brew, raw milk, and 1 scoop of Mark Bell's steak shake. Well, that's an interesting concoction there, buddy. Cold brew, raw milk. Yeah, that's very interesting sounding, Marky. Side note, Marky, how's your digital detox going? I think that's what you called it. That's why I thought you haven't been on lately, is because you were doing like taking time from the social media phone stuff. We were actually talking about that, I think, a week or two ago. Nate S says, booger sugar, the glory days. Now Red Bull will suffice. Thanks, I will keep you guys posted. Yeah, let us know how that goes, Deb. Like I said, hopefully you feel better soon, because it sucks to be sick for so long, right? Sounds like Suboxone, right, Kevin? Yeah, I agree with you, Marky. Yeah. Yeah, especially for the people on the really high doses, right? Like they just get so used to it. It's like it doesn't even do anything anymore. It's like, might be a good time to take a step back off of that. Marky says, I'm done with it. I realized it's definitely a problem. That's good, dude. Yeah, hopefully you can. I mean, dude, it could be so easy to taper off caffeine. I mean, it's not even that hard to cold turkey it. But a taper, like you guys could all taper off caffeine in like a few days easily, right? So something to keep in mind. It's much easier to come off caffeine than Suboxone. much, much easier, like 10 times, 20 times easier. If you can't feel the caffeine, you just need more. No. I know you're joking, but no. It goes back to the old saying, what is it? Everything in moderation, right, guys? It's like if you take a stimulant and you don't feel it, probably means it's a good time to take some time away from that. So it can begin to work again as it once did. Just like some people that drink alcohol, right? You used to be able to get like a buzz off of 2 shots or a beer, right? And now people have to drink a 6-pack or like a pint of some kind of hard alcohol every night, and they still don't even feel it. It's like, all right, dude, it might be time to take a break from that. Goodness sakes, my voice is toast tonight, guys. Shoot, I hate when people ask me to move. Ah! Don't you guys hate when people ask you to move, help them move? Oh, well, at least he doesn't have a lot of stuff. Oh, Carrie, we need an update, Carrie. How's that Sublocade going, girl? Did you get your second shot yet, Carrie? And did you stop oral dosing yet? I'm really excited to hear of any updates. On a serious note, I need a new show to watch. What's up, chat? Okay, Nate, you got, what's a good show? Oh, what's that movie called on Netflix? Oh, so addicting. Tulsa King is good. Hi, Carrie, how are you feeling? Yeah, Carrie, give us an update if you could. I'm really curious about, because I know you were one of the few that were kind of struggling with your first little while on Sublocade. I'm pretty sure this is the right Carrie, right? I could have the wrong Carrie. I know there's a couple of Carries that kind of get on here sometimes. So Marky says it goes like this. What weekend you moving? I can help. What weekend you thinking? Oh, busy that weekend. Oh, I got something going on. Sorry, I can't help. That's pretty funny, Marky, actually. So it looks like we have 20 people in here, guys. I only see like 5 of you guys talking. There's some ghost listeners in here right now. Say what's up, guys. Don't be creeping. Say what's up. I'm still trying to think of that TV show. It's on Netflix. It's gosh, what the heck is it called? Ozark. Have you guys seen the Ozark? I think there's 3 or 4 seasons, man. That stuff can. It's not like the best feel-good movie or show, but it's really good. Action stuff. Can't help, bro. I'm watching Tulsa King. Okay, so this is the right Carrie. So Carrie says, I get the second shot next Thursday. I am doing well. The first week was rough, but I don't think it was because of the shot. I got a really bad flu and then infection in my mouth. I was really sick, really sick during Christmas. There's the man, guys, Dr. Chris Park. I was just telling them that you were texting me. So Dr. Chris Park says, had a patient I've been talking to about Sublocade for over a year. I had him watch your videos and we plan to start it next month. Keep up the good work. That's awesome, man. Yeah, I was I was laughing about how that one person had recently said the same thing. Is it the same person that I sent you a text about, or is it somebody different? Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of people that are starting to switch over to the Sublocade shot, guys. As you guys seen, I just recently made a post that, oh, it's somebody different. Okay, so other people are finding their way to Dr. Chris Park. So remind us, Dr. Chris Park, for those of you guys that are in, what is it, Pomanock, Mississippi? I don't think I can really say the name of the city that Dr. Chris Park is in. If you guys are looking for somebody to help you with Sublocade or Suboxone or any other addiction issues, go see Dr. Chris Park. He'll post the city here in a minute. It's like, I always can't remember how to say it. It's like Pomanock, Mississippi, I think. He'll post it here in a minute, guys. And as you guys know, Dr. Chris Park has a awesome YouTube channel, very inspiring and informational as well. So make sure that if you guys haven't seen it yet, I just posted on my community tab earlier today with a link to his channel. So go support him. He's always in here coming up with different inspirational things to help us get through our addiction, guys. Okay, so it's Pontotoc, right outside of Tupelo. So if any of you guys, I know Omisha, she's driving over 2 hours to see Dr. Chris Park. So yeah, guys, it's worth it to find a good doctor that knows what he's talking about. So if you guys are in anywhere near this area, look him up, get a hold of him. Nate S says Dr. Park's videos were clutch during withdrawal. Yeah, definitely. I used to watch a lot of his videos, even just like when I was just chilling. Very uplifting information as well, and very smart man. So Carrie says, so Carrie, how is it going with the oral stuff? Are you done oral dosing, or are you still doing that? Because I know you went to the 300 milligram shot, right, Carrie? Marky Rizzo, I'm sorry you were sick. I hope you're feeling better. Carrie, I got the real flu once. I could not get up for 5 days too. Have you guys been having a lot of the virus? You know what I'm talking about, the Roni? Has that been going around your areas, or is that kind of like not really a thing where you guys are at anymore? Because I don't really hear a lot of people getting that much anymore. Debwood says, it was the worst I have ever had, so I got the shot, then got sick, and then had an infection in my mouth, so it was really hard to know if I had any symptoms from the switch. I don't think I knew all that stuff, Carrie. I'm sorry you were going through that. No, I ignore the Rona. I went to as I was telling you guys earlier, I went to the hospital today to get my heart CT scanned, and they made us wear they still make you wear the masks in the hospitals. So Carrie says, I took 2 milligrams of subs 3 different times. I haven't had to dose for well over a week. That's so awesome, Carrie. Please, thank you for giving us an update on that. I think only you and Anthony C are the only ones that I have heard that has even needed to keep dosing, or not keep dosing, but has even needed or even took. So it sounds you're exactly like I was then, Carrie, because I also took Suboxone 3 different times my first month. So it sounds like you're good to go now. And I know once you get your second shot, you're gonna be dimes, or however they say that, whatever that saying is. Because I know that first 300 shot, it's gonna last you quite a while. So now that you're gonna get that second shot on top of that, I'm assuming you're gonna take the 300 milligram shot again, or are they gonna lower you at all, Carrie? This might be kind of TMI, but hopefully your constipation isn't too bad, Carrie. I'm always curious about how people, if it's changed much once they switch to the Sublocade shot. Don't tread on me says, I haven't been sick since around 2007. I'm going to go ahead and knock on wood for you, my friend. Dr. Chris Park says, thanks guys, just got off of work and about to pick up the family to take them out to dinner. Hopefully catch the next one. Thanks for hopping on here and saying hello, Dr. Chris Park. That's awesome that we have people finding you from this channel, so it makes me happy to hear. I know they're in good hands with you, brother. Thanks for hopping on here, buddy. And have a good dinner with your family. Hopefully you're having a good New Year as well. Sean P says, my Kratom taper is still going good. I'm gonna enact phase 2 soon. Okay, what is phase 2 looking like? Has your dose changed much since last week, Sean P? I'm pretty sure you went from, what was it, 85 to 40 grams of Kratom. Wasn't that you, buddy? Okay, so Carrie says, my doctor says 300 shot 2 times. All right. So you're gonna probably feel a pretty good spike once you get that second shot, Carrie. Because I'm assuming you can still feel a really good chunk of that the first 300 shot in you, right? I'm glad that you got off the oral dosing though already. I didn't know you only took it 3 times. Like for some reason I thought you were still dosing every day, but I know I kind of haven't seen you in here for a little bit. Thanks for the update on that, by the way. That makes me feel a lot better about you. So I know we kind of talked for a little bit off YouTube. That was the first cough I've had in a decade. Forgot what it was like. Yes, Sean P, I agree. Ozark is Jason Bateman's best work. Dude, he's such a good actor. You guys gotta see the Ozark if you haven't seen it yet. It's on Netflix. I think there's 3 or 4 seasons, and it is very addictive. Just a heads up. Have you guys watched, I think, what is it called? Love is Blind? I recently got into that. I think I watched 2 seasons. Like they're talking to each other through a wall and like they have to like get engaged. That trips me out that people could actually do that. Kelly Hoover, good to see you, man. I was referencing your scenario a little bit earlier. How are you doing on the Sublocade shot, buddy? Kelly's who I was talking about way earlier in the video, guys. I didn't want to give away much of his information, but he transitioned to Sublocade not too long ago, and I'm really interested to see how he's doing now. Good to see you, Kelly. Says great actor. Yeah, great freaking actor. Dude, it's so weird. I swear that guy never ages. That guy has looked the same for like 10, 15, 20 years. I swear. So Kelly says, perfect. The shot has been great. That's so awesome, man. I'm really happy to hear that. Are you dosing ever? Have you needed any oral Suboxone, Kelly, since you got on the shot? So many of you guys are switching to the shot, and you guys are loving it. I really like that. Just a side note, Kelly, YouTube just blocked your comment just because you cursed in there, but I can override that. So just a heads up, guys. If you guys make a comment, try not to curse because YouTube will block it automatically. But I'm going to override this. So read what Kelly says right there, guys. He says, perfect. The shot has been great. No more ups and downs. No more searching for effing strips. He says, sorry. No, you're okay, buddy. I just wanted to let you know that YouTube blocked it. So there's another person, guys, that says exactly what I've been saying to you guys this whole entire time. Right? I can only share with you guys my experience. And as I said earlier, not everybody needs to go jumping on the Sublocade shot just because I did, right? It's mostly for the people who are sick and tired of trying to taper Suboxone, or they know they're not going to do well with a Suboxone taper, or if you're worried about relapsing and going back to fentanyl, right? If you're on Suboxone, you could stop taking your Suboxone for a day or 2 and then get back on fentanyl. And you could die, right? If you have the Sublocade injection in your stomach, you can't just pull it out and go get high the next day. That's keeping you safe by taking the option out of it, right? Because I know when I first got on Suboxone, I kept flip-flopping, guys, back and forth for like the first couple months. I would stop taking my Suboxone, and then I would go get painkillers. Take those until they were gone. Then I would get back on Suboxone. Like, I'd call it flip-flopping, right? With the shot, you can't flip-flop. You're committed. So if you guys are really serious about your recovery and you don't even want to dilly-dally with doing Suboxone for 5 or 10 years, then you might consider doing what Kelly did and just getting stabilized on Suboxone for a week or two and then going right to the Sublocade shot. And that's exactly why I said earlier, guys, that there are so many different scenarios that come into play. And that's why I'm not just saying that everybody has to do exactly what I did, right, guys? You guys have to talk to your doctor about what's going to work best for you. I can give you what I would do in the situation, and that's about as best as I can do. I can't tell you guys, you have to do this, right? That would be foolish of me to tell every one of you to do this exact same thing that I did. So, but I'm really happy that me sharing my story is helping so many of you find your way to a better way of living, guys. And I really haven't heard, I'm trying to think if I've heard one person regret getting on the Sublocade shot, and I really don't think that I have. I really don't think that I have heard that yet on this whole channel, guys. Side note, we have 24 people in here, guys. Please hit that like button as you're coming in here. It will help bring more people to the channel, guys. I know you probably get sick of me hearing asking you guys to hit that like button, but please do it. It helps the channel grow, okay? Let's see here. Savon says, Kelly, yay. So, okay, so Carrie says, yes, I started to have constipation issues, but I started taking Metamucil and probiotics, and now I don't have a problem. Awesome. Thanks for sharing that. I think that's exactly what we were talking about before with what Dr. Chris Park always recommends to help with constipation. So if any of you guys are suffering from constipation, go ahead and try getting some Metamucil. It seems to help a lot of people. Also, you can get stool softeners or gentle laxatives will also help as well, guys. Sorry about those jets I have out here. I live next to a Air Force base. Carrie says, I don't feel anything, capital anything from the shot at all. As soon as I got the shot, I felt normal. So normal, it was a little scary. Didn't get a spike at all. Do you think I may get one with the second shot? Question mark. So, Carrie, your situation is a little different, and you didn't have any sort of like spike like that. That kind of threw me off a little bit. Let's ask Kelly. Kelly, did you have that spike the first couple days you were on Sublocade? Because I know I think you were on Suboxone for just maybe a week or so, right? And then you went to Sublocade. Did you feel the spike that I felt? I felt the spike, and I usually do when I get even when I get just 100 milligram shots. Like the first day, I'll kind of feel like my buprenorphine levels are elevated, right? Like I just feel. I don't really know the feeling for me. It's a little bit different for me than most people, but I definitely feel like a heavier dose. Okay, so Kelly says, I did a day to day and a half later. Air Force Base, Deb says, yep, that's what I got. Okay, so so Carrie, here's the thing to remember. Kelly, have you got your second shot yet? And if not, when are you getting it? Are you even taking one? So here's the thing to remember, guys. Remember the half-life of this medication. It's 45 to 60 days. Okay, so that means once you get your first shot of 300 milligrams, let's just say for these guys' sake, they got their shot of 300 milligrams. In 45 to 60 days, they're still going to have half of that in their system, right? So in 60 days from your first shot, you guys are still going to have 150 milligram in your stomach, right? Still to go through. So Carrie, she's going to be getting her second shot of 300, and she's still going to have over 150, probably honestly 200 milligrams currently in her, and now she's going to be spiked to 500. So I would definitely think, Carrie, that you more than likely will feel a pretty good bump, I guess you could say, for the first day or two, I would guess. But if that doesn't happen, remember, don't freak yourself out. But if I had to put money on it, I would say that you more than likely will feel it this time, because you now are going to have 2 shots in you, Carrie. So let us know what happens. I'm really curious to see what does happen, because I think you're one of the only people that I have heard of that got the 300 milligram shot and didn't feel anything, right? Except for normal. If I had to put money on it, I would bet that you're gonna feel this second shot coming up, Carrie. And really keep an eye on your constipation, because it will get worse, because these are going to be now compiling in your system, bringing your buprenorphine levels that much higher. Okay, so some people say that when they get their extra shot, their constipation does get worse. So just really keep an eye on this stuff, guys. It's important to keep up on that. Don't Tread on Me says, what kind of jets next door? I think they're mostly, what are they, F-18s, F-16s? Have you heard of UMZU for cleaning you out? Siobhan says, no, I haven't heard of that. So Kelly says he's been level ever since. Kelly, I really appreciate you taking the time to speak with me on that personal level that we had, and you as well, Siobhan. I really appreciate both of you. For taking the time and booking a private coaching call with me. It really means a lot to me that you guys value what I have to say, and it sounds like things are going well for both of you. You guys are both improving with your lifestyle. And Kelly, I'm really happy to hear. I'm really happy that you would check back in with us and let us know, like, you know, how it's going for you. And I hope that you do continue to do that going forward. So Carrie says, no, I didn't feel a spike at all. Remember, that's when I reached out to you, because my doctor had said I would feel energy/euphoria for a few days, and I never did. Then never got a spike. Yeah, that, for getting the 300 shot and not even ever feeling anything, that does seem a little bit abnormal. I guess I should say a lot abnormal. I don't want to just say a little bit, because most everybody, even me, when I get to the 100 milligram shot now, I feel it for the first day or two, right? So Kelly says 6 weeks is Friday, second shot is Friday. Oh, that's cool, Kelly. So they're spacing your shot out 6 weeks? That's interesting. I feel like most doctors are trying to have people going for the second shot right at 4 weeks. Is there a reason, Kelly, that they're spacing you out 6 weeks? Did you just tell them that you need a little bit more time, or? I'm interested to hear about why they're doing 6 weeks on Kelly. 6 weeks is actually what I went for last shot. My last shot, I spaced it out 6 weeks, guys. And this time I'm going to go 8 weeks between shots. Or maybe 9 weeks. Nabab Green asks, does anyone know if subs interact with ivermectin? In my experience, no. No, they do not. Isn't ivermectin for like skin stuff? I think I've also heard people use ivermectin for the Roni, right? For the virus. What are you using ivermectin for? Skin stuff or the virus stuff? Oh, Kelly says the biggest reason was from timing from residential to back home and changing doctors. Yeah, I wouldn't even, I mean, I bet you still feel totally fine, right, Kelly? Even though you've gone over the 4 weeks with that 300 shot, I would be willing to bet that you're still totally fine. And as soon as you get that second shot, you guys are all gonna be just freaking cruising out from there. I still feel fine at week 6. So hear that, guys. Kelly's coming from his very first shot, and he already went 6 weeks between shots. So that goes back to what I always tell you guys about. It comes back to the long half-life of the medication. 45 to 60 days, you still have half of it. Just because they are prescribing this stuff every 30 days doesn't mean your medication's gone in 30 days. Trust me, you're not even close to running out after 30 days. So if you get in a situation like Kelly where you need to space it out longer, or if you're in a situation with insurance, or if you're a cash pay kind of person and you want to save yourself some money, then you don't need to go in every 4 weeks on the dot, guys. This medication lasts much longer than 4 weeks. Kevin, I was so sick with the flu and infection in mouth that it was not feeling the Sublocade. I was not feeling the Sublocade at all. But that's probably because I was so sick. The worst flu I have ever had. Yeah, Carrie, that could definitely have something to do with it. You know, if you're super freaking sick, then your whole body's going to be out of whack. So that could totally have something to do with you not noticing your Sublocade boost. Kelly says, thank you, bro. Yeah, I really appreciate you. I'm glad this is working out so well for you guys. So Sean P says, yeah, that was me. I am still at 40 grams a day from 85 grams a day. I think I will cut down and get to around 34 to 39 grams a day this week and sit there for a week to 10 days, then do another tapey tape. Sean, I agree with everything you just said, my friend. And thank you for listening to me when I told you to slow things down, because to cut your dose in half or less than half in a week, that is very aggressive, my friend. And I applaud you for doing that. But you have to remember, the closer you get to zero, the less of an effect it's going to have on your brain, right? So be patient with yourself. And remember, as you guys always hear me say, you didn't get into this mess overnight, so don't try to get out of it overnight, all right? Take your time with that Kratom taper, brother. And I just want to say you're doing great, by the way. It's awesome to stabilize after doing such a rapid taper. Stabilize, regroup, and then go back at it again, just like you just said. Perfect idea you got there, Sean. Congratulations to you. I'm really proud of you, by the way. Savon says, I ordered it. I'll let you know. Yeah, let me know how that works. Yeah, if you guys ever, if you guys are trying things that I don't know about, please give me an update and let me know so I can relay the message to others on this channel. If there's other things that I haven't spoken about in the past, I'm all about learning new things, of course, and anything to help you guys going forward. Savon says, thank you so much that you have that option. It changed my life. You're so sweet, girl. I have hope and strategy, which brings me freedom mentally. Yeah, you're doing good. Just stay with the fitness, and I know the other things you've been working on as well, Savon. So I'm really proud of you. You've come a long way since I first have spoken with you. So props to you, girl. Keep going, and just remember, be patient with yourself, okay? Things are looking up for you, though. I know a lot of people, when it comes to buprenorphine, Suboxone, a lot of people want to get out of this. They want to get off the medication fast a lot of the times, and I know what that feels like. I was there before, guys, and I remember thinking when I was on 8 milligrams, I could just stop taking this today. It's no big deal. And then quickly learning that buprenorphine is actually a really strong medication, and it takes time and patience to get off of that. Brian K, good to see you, my friend. I actually said shout out to you earlier for the super chat last week, brother. You probably missed that, so you might, if you're interested, go back and watch that. I always like to shout you guys out for helping me out with that stuff, guys. Brian says, what's up, Kevin? I got my Sublocade shots scheduled with Dr. Kent Starr. Ooh, I almost said the B word, guys. I'm so excited for you, Brian K. He says, I have to wait 2 weeks after appointment to get the first shot. I'll make sure to comment as soon as I get it. I can't wait. We were literally, Brian K, we were literally talking about other people who are in California on this stream, earlier in this stream, and I sent them to the live stream that I did with Dr. Ken Starr. So that's interesting that you would bring that up after we just talked about this like an hour ago. I'm excited if you let me know how that goes. Dr. Ken Starr is the man with Sublocade. Trust me, that guy knows a lot, and he has a ton of experience with Sublocade and off-shelf Sublocade as well, guys, meaning that if you're on lower doses of Suboxone, he's willing to navigate that via the Sublocade shot, right? So I'm super stoked for you, Brian K, and I'm excited to hear how this transition goes for you, buddy. Carrie says, I asked my doctor if she would space out my shots, say 5 weeks or 6 weeks, but she said no. That's how the program is set up. I told her about others waiting 5 or 6 weeks instead of every 4. Yeah, and see, that goes back to what I actually say a lot on this channel, Carrie, is that not all doctors are going to let you guys do those kind of things, right? I know that sucks that they won't do that. I'm just trying to think. I wouldn't worry about it too much, Carrie. Hopefully you're not having to pay for this stuff out of your own pocket. Did you get set up on the in-support, or is your insurance paying for it all? So what is your Carrie? What does your doctor say the entire treatment looks like for you? Or does she want you to get like 6 weeks or 6 months or a year, or what's your doctor saying? And that goes back to what I was saying earlier, guys. Not all doctors are going to be willing to let you control things as my doctor is. I think my doctor just knows I've really studied a lot of this stuff, and I've talked to a ton of people about this stuff. And so my doctor is really just kind of letting me run the show. Definitely, I don't think most doctors are going to let you guys run the show like my doctor is letting me. But that can't mean that your doctor can't kind of maybe meet you somewhere in the middle. Or Carrie, maybe you call your doctor ahead of time and tell them you're sick, or you're going to be out of town for a couple weeks or something, right? Like I'm not advising that you do that. I'm just saying maybe you get creative if you feel like you're ready to space out your shot. Then you might have to get creative on your end to do that. Maybe you're out of town for a funeral for a week or 2, right? Wink, wink. But either way, as long as, I wouldn't really worry too much about spacing out your shots. Carrie, is she open to tapering your doses down to like what you think that you might need? Or is she just going right by the book? 300, 300, 100, 100 every 4 weeks on the dot. Like, I feel like doctors, the lower amount of experience they have with the Sublocade, the more they're going to be going by what the drug manufacturer recommends, which is 300, 300, 100, 100 every 4 weeks, right? If you have to do that, then you have to do that. Either way, I think you'll be okay. Kelly says, what is your schedule on here? So every Wednesday, we're on here at the same time, Kelly. And we also have been doing a Sunday night live stream, usually during Sunday night football. So I'll just give you guys a quick breakdown of what the live streams are. Every Wednesday, our live stream schedule, guys, is 2 p.m. Pacific time, which is 3 p.m. Mountain time, 4 p.m. Central, and 5 p.m. Eastern. And then Sunday nights, we've been doing 5 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Mountain, 7 p.m. Central, and 8 p.m. Eastern. My neighbor's truck is so annoying. I'm about to go kick it. I hear that thing at 6 in the morning. He revs his truck up for like 10 minutes. I'm like, dude, bruh. So yeah, we do live streams every Wednesday and Sunday. Going forward, we might add another day, possibly a Friday, but that's not anytime soon. For right now, it's going to be Wednesdays and Sundays. And then I put out a couple of shorter videos on Monday and Friday. If you guys haven't hit the notification bell, make sure that you're subscribed and make sure you hit the notification bell, and it will just send you an email as soon as I'm live. Unless you guys just start to remember when I'm live. I know a lot of you guys already just kind of know the time that I'm live. Also, you guys can click on my channel at any time, and it will show the countdown of when I'm going to be on live next. If you go to the live part on the videos. Is Vivitrol the same as Sublocade? Omisha asks. No, it's not. A lot of people use Vivitrol for helping get off of alcohol addiction. I have heard some people use Vivitrol for something kind of as to what we're doing with Suboxone and Sublocade. But I know mostly Vivitrol is used for alcohol addiction. A lot of people, mostly I should say. I know that a lot of these medications can be used for separate things and different things. Carrie says, Sublocade must be getting much more popular because I hear so many more people getting on it. Over a year ago with insurance, that shot would have cost me $600, but now they cover all but $125. I bet you, Carrie, if you go to that insupport.com that I always talk about, I bet you they would probably cover the rest of that for you if it's even worth it to you. There's 23 people in here, but only 11 likes, Carrie says. I just hit the like button. Everyone hit that like button to help Kevin's channel. Yes, guys, please hit that like button. We got 21 people in here. Smash that baby. Smash this thing. It looks like this. Well, you only got 11 likes? That don't sound right, Carrie. Let me check on that. Why is everybody texting me right now? Yep, everyone's trying to get me on the move, baby. Oh, sorry, guys. I slipped. Looks like we got 17 likes, guys. We can get that over 20, right? Sometimes, Carrie, if you don't refresh it, it won't show the current amount. Okay, so Carrie says, my doctor says this is a 5-month program. After the 5th shot, no more shots. She said if I have any issues, she gives other medicine to help, like clonidine. All right. Yeah, that don't sound bad, Carrie. My doctor also wanted me to do 6 months as well, so. Sean P says, do you live by Hill Air Force Base? Yes, I do. Not too far away at all. Yeah, find him, Sean. Sean gonna fly over in his own jet. Does Sublocade help you get off of Kratom? Sean J asks. That's very interesting to think about, Sean J. Thanks for the question. So, to get onto Sublocade, you have to be on Suboxone first. And to go from Kratom to Suboxone, that's kind of a deep dive conversation right there. How long have you been using Kratom, Sean J, and what's your doses like? And have you tried to get off of it before? Give me some more details on your situation, buddy. I know I do talk to a lot of people that struggle with Kratom addiction on this channel. We have Sean P in here right now that is going through his own Kratom stuff. So we have 2 Seans on here talking about Kratom right now. I used Kratom to get off of subs. Okay, so I have made a video and I tried doing that in the past and I was unsuccessful getting off of the Kratom. So I went back onto Suboxone to get off of the Kratom. in my personal opinion, guys, and this is just my personal opinion, if you have to choose between being on low dose Kratom and low dose Suboxone, I believe that Suboxone is the better alternative because of the long half-life. You only need to take Suboxone once or twice a day. Kratom you need to take 4 or 5 times a day to stay out of withdrawal, right? So if you have to choose between the two, in my opinion, Suboxone is the better alternative, if we're talking about lower doses, right? Extracts did nothing for me. Okay, so Sean J says he's on 20 grams of powder and 1 extract shot a day. Aren't those extract shots really expensive? How do you feel, Sean J, where you're at now versus when you were on Suboxone? And what dose of Suboxone were you on? The problem with Kratom, guys, when you're trying to use it to get off of Suboxone is the half-life is so much shorter. So you're going to be going in and out of withdrawal. It's going to be much more of a roller coaster than I always talk about Suboxone being, right? Because of the half-life is so much shorter. Florida man, Dan, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. $20 a pop? Woo! Yeah, that's a lot, man. That sounds like a lot of money to be spending every week. Florida man says Kratom did nothing for my sub withdrawal. Yeah, for Kratom to help with the sub withdrawal, guys, I've heard from people who are really experienced with this. They say you need to be down to about 0.5 milligram of Suboxone a day to switch over to Kratom. If you switch over from higher doses of Suboxone to Kratom, you're going to need a bunch of Kratom to keep you out of withdrawal. And then it's just like you're scooping crap in your throat all day long, right, guys? Okay, so Sean J switched from 12 to 16 milligrams of sub per day. I switched to Kratom like 2 years ago. So sounds like have you tried to taper off of Kratom for the last 2 years and just been unsuccessful, or? Sean J, I only tried 2 or 3 extracts and they had 4 servings in them, and I took them in 1 serving and felt nothing. Are you off the green sludge? Question mark. That's weird, Sean P, because I've heard a lot of people say that the extracts were extremely strong, like very strong. So that's interesting that you couldn't even feel them. That's very interesting, especially for how expensive they are. I've heard many people tell me that the extracts are like oxy. It's like taking an oxy or a roxy, right? So that's very interesting that you couldn't even feel that. DR, my friend, says I got off of Suboxone for 7 months using Kratom. I went back to subs because I was doing like 50, 60 grams a day. And that's exactly what I'm talking about, what DR just said, guys. I really wanted the Kratom idea to work, and I even tapered down to, I believe I was below 1 milligram of Suboxone a day, and I was super structured with setting out my 13 little Kratom capsules a day, and then the next day I would go down to 12, and then the next day I would go down to 11, and I just hit a brick wall when I got down to 7 capsules of Kratom. I couldn't go any lower, and my sleep was miserable for a full month. And after sleeping crappy for an entire month and not being able to progress any lower than 7 capsules a day of Kratom, I was like, dude, screw this. This is not working. I tried for a month straight. I tried hard too, guys. So I went back on a low dose of Suboxone, and I said, I'm going to get some damn sleep. So if I don't get some sleep for a month straight, it's not going to be good. And it wasn't good. So that's why I always tell you guys, in my personal opinion, if you're going to do a low dose Suboxone or a lower dose Kratom, Suboxone is the better alternative because of the long half-life. This is just my opinion. You might find other opinions on the internet that would say something totally different, okay, guys? Sean P says, I wasn't on Opiate. Oh, Deb Woods coming through with a $20 cash app. You know what I usually say after that with the B word? Let's see, she sent a message here. She says, thank you, Kevin. So Mama Deb just sent a $20 Cash App, guys. Super, super thank you, Deb. I really appreciate you doing that, as always. Mama Deb always comes through with this awesome Cash App donation on the channel, guys. If you guys enjoy this channel and you're not broke as a joke and you feel you'd like to contribute, you guys can do so via the Super Chat, or in the description box, there is a link to my Cash App and also a link to my Venmo, guys. All donations are, I go ahead and thank every one of you guys for doing that. It's very much appreciated and will go towards improving the content stream and also the duration of this as well, guys. So shout out to you, Mama Deb. I really appreciate you. Love you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Marky Rizzo's trying to get me to say the B word. Baby, ooh, baby. I had to say it, guys. Sorry. Maybe I'll just start saying that whenever we get a sponsorship of the show. Should we do that instead? So I don't just keep saying it over and over again? Marky's like, say it. I'm kind of blushing now, guys. Sorry. Shout out to Mama Deb. Shout out to Marky Rizzo for coming through with the contributions on today's show, guys. I really appreciate both of you. And also for helping out here. As you guys see, those guys both have a blue wrench, meaning they are in charge of the channel. What they say goes just as much as I say goes, guys. Sean P says, McWilliams says, still sleeping like 2 hours a night. Hold on, I missed a comment from McWilliams. Oh, I missed a bunch of comments. Uh-oh. All right, this might be the part of the stream where I start getting behind, guys. Let me try to stay caught up. So, okay, so Sean P says, I wasn't on opiates when I got into Kratom. I had hip surgery and was in a ton of pain. That's how it happened. I got you, man. McWilliam says, I'm on day 6 of Suboxone withdrawal after being on it for a year. I worked the last 2 days. I used Kratom extract shot and they work like a charm. That's the thing, McWilliams, right there. Is they work like a charm because it's still keeping you out of withdrawal. It's still hitting your opiate receptors, right? So it will continue to work, but what that's doing is that's delaying your Suboxone withdrawal. You're not really going into Suboxone withdrawal if you're taking Kratom, guys. I really want to be honest with you with that, okay? If you take Kratom as soon as you come off of Suboxone, you're literally just pushing your withdrawal down the road, guys. McWilliam says, still sleeping 2 hours a night, and the reason he's not getting good sleep is because of the short half-life of Kratom. It doesn't last all through the night like Suboxone will. Using Kratom to get off of harder stuff seems like it works for a lot of people. Measure every dose and write it down. That helps. That's what Sean P says. So I'm not sure exactly what Sean P's talking about, but if you guys are using Kratom to get off of street opiates like fentanyl, then by all means, take as much Kratom as you guys need, okay? Or if you're like on a high dose oxy addiction from the doctor, yes, I agree. Take whatever Kratom you guys need to get off that stuff, okay? But if we're talking about going from like Suboxone, specifically low dose, to Kratom, that's when I think that's kind of like really maybe not the best idea, in my opinion. But others on the channel might say different, and that's okay. Kratom works because it's hitting on your opiate receptors, therefore keeping you out of withdrawal. Okay, Marky Rizzo says, just use it sparingly and kick all the crap. 2023 is your year. Yes, just be really careful is all I got to say, guys, that are trying out, especially the shots. Like, isn't that what he said he's taking, the shots? I've heard the shots can be extremely strong, guys. So measure your Kratom, be Be very particular with how much you're taking. Learn how to measure the kratom. If you're blindly scooping X amount of kratom in your throat, chances are you're taking way more than you think you are, and you're creating a habit for yourself by doing so. So if you guys are going to try the kratom out to get off of Suboxone, please keep detailed records of how much you're taking and try not to keep increasing your dose. Just know that you're likely going to have to take kratom way more times a day than you did have to take Suboxone. I'll say it again, due to the long half-life. Suboxone half-life, guys, is 34, 35 hours. Kratom half-life is like 4 to 5 to 6 hours. That's the plan, champ. Champ. I love that. Woo-wee! Brian K coming through with a $10 super chat. Baby, ooh, baby. Sorry, guys. Brian K, shout out to you, brother, says, I got to jam, but thanks for all your support. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't know about Dr. Star or Sublocade. I feel like this is the least I can do. Keep it up, baby. Hey, he said it, guys, not me on that time, all right? Shout out to you, Brian K. I really appreciate your constant support. You've been really consistent here on the super chats lately, brother. And I'm happy that me sharing my information on this channel could lead you to the road you're about to go down. I'm really excited for you. In my opinion, you're on the perfect track. So please keep us updated with your Dr. Star visit. Oh, another thing too is please tell Dr. Star that you found him through this channel, if you could, right? And tell him I said hello as well. You know, he's a very cool guy. And tell him thank you for doing that video. You've seen the video that we're talking about earlier, right? That I did with Dr. Ken Starr. I believe it was episode number 23, if I recall. If you haven't seen it yet, I'm pretty sure you have, but if you guys haven't seen that yet, the video I did with Dr. Ken Starr about Sublocade, just go back through my live stream videos. I think it was episode 23, if I recall. Shout out to you, Brian K, for the $10 super chat, buddy. Thank you, thank you, thank you, my friend. I can hear that guy that was... Hold on, guys. I got the jets going out here. Those things are loud. Is it really loud to you guys? Marky Rizzo keeps trying to have me say it. Ooh. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm excited to hear how Brian's future goes with this stuff. It's going to be an awesome journey for him, guys. Oh, it looks like I got caught up in the comments. Did I miss any comments, guys? Anybody else have any last comments or questions? We might try to wrap things up in the next maybe 5-10 minutes or so. Please throw me some comments, throw me some questions, guys. Give me 2 seconds here. Everybody want to know if I can help move. Yes, I guess I'll have to be there. I don't want to move. I hate asking people to help me move. I literally move by myself, guys. I don't want nobody touching my crap. I'll do it on myself. It might take me a month to move, but I'll do it by myself. So that's why I kind of get bugged when people ask me to help them move. I should be a better sport. Okay, so Brian K says, yes, I will do, and yes, I saw the video. All right, good, man. Yeah, tell him I said hello and what's up, and thanks for doing the video with us. I know that that video is going to help a lot of people in the future. I don't think I missed any comments above, did I, guys? I don't think, McWilliams, did you tell us what dose of Suboxone you got off? I don't think you told us what dose you got off when you switched to Kratom. So I know that that's kind of a key piece of the information. Just go and start sneezing on them. Sorry. I guess I better get out of here early, guys. Sorry. You guys got real quiet on me. No more comments or questions, guys? Should we wrap it up here? Are we done chatting for the day? Let's see here. Yeah, I'm not seeing any other comments, guys. We might just go ahead and wrap this baby up. All right, guys, we're going to shut it down. I don't see anybody saying much else. It looks like we hit every single comment in here. I don't want to drag this out too long if nobody's wanting to chat. Buffy says, I have been on Suboxone for 13 years. Well, thank you for sharing, Buffy. How are you feeling on that? Are you switching to Sublocade or just chilling on Suboxone? Oh gosh, just laugh out loud. Ghost watchers. Yeah, we got 21 people in here. Nobody's saying nothing. Need some comments, guys. Usually I can't keep up, but today it's like reverse. Thanks, guys, and thank you, Kev. You're welcome, Deb. Thank you for that awesome contribution to the show, Deb. As always, I really appreciate you. Time to get off that shit, baby. It's hard to not say it when Marky literally says that word in every comment. Oh my gosh, I think I realized where I got that from. Do you guys remember? I like what DR just said, you guys. Did you see that? He says, did you hit the depressive state yet, Buffy, or are you happy on sub? That's an awesome comment, DR. Thank you for saying that, guys. Or DR. Guys, there's a lot of you that are happy living a great life on Suboxone, right? But for a lot of people, there comes a point in your, what I refer to as a Suboxone career, right? That it's like something switches and you start to feel, you either start to self-guilt yourself or you start to just have a lot of negative emotions about being on Suboxone for whatever reason. And I like how DR said that comment because it's important for you guys to remember that a lot of people can live awesome, happy lives on Suboxone. And if that's you, then you probably don't need to worry about getting off of it right now, right? It's more for the people who are having prolonged side effects, sexual issues, low testosterone, hardcore constipation from high dose Suboxone or even low dose Suboxone sometimes. It does seem like there's a point in people's Suboxone careers where it kind of goes from awesome, this is a great medication, to this kind of sucks, I want to get off of it. And it's important for you guys to realize when that time comes, right? I do really good on it, but I am tired of being dependent on it. McWilliams says, I was happy on Suboxone until about 8 months. I stopped being able to feel any emotion at all. Yeah, I can relate to that, my friend. It seemed like for me, it was maybe somewhere around a 12-month mark. Somewhere around 12 months on Suboxone that I was like, something in my soul was like, all right, dude, I wore out my welcome with this. I built some clean time. I wasn't worried about relapsing anymore. As you guys have heard me say in the past, the #1 goal of this channel is to not have you relapse from trying to rush off of Suboxone, which is keeping you safe, or getting off of Sublocade and going and relapsing out there and dying, guys, right? If you need to stay on Suboxone to keep you safe for a while, then by all means do it. But if you've got a bunch of sober time built up and you're sick and tired of taking Suboxone every day, that's probably when it's your time to start tapering. Obviously with the help of your doctor. Now the comments are rolling in. All right. Are you considering the Sublocade shot, Buffy, or are you just going to taper, or are you just going to chill out on it for a while? Time to retire from that career. You don't need it anymore, but your body is just dependent on it. You are ready. How much clean time do you have, Buffy, as far as like being off of the harder stuff? Knowing you're going to quit is over half the battle. I agree with what Marky just said. Give me a sec, guys. Keep the comments going if you guys want to keep chatting. All right, Buffy says, I've been tapering off. What's your dose at currently, Buffy? I don't think you said that. Lucky says, in the 1970s, disulfiram antabuse was prescribed and had to be taken daily to prevent drinking, and some folks would simply skip doses if they knew they were going to drink. I seen your comment about that earlier, Lucky, and honestly, I was kind of confused by that. Okay, wow, Buffy has 10 years clean. So yeah, you're definitely ready to move on, it sounds like. Awesome. Congratulations on 10 years. What dose are you currently on, Buffy? What have you tapered down to? Approximately how old are you, Buffy? Antabuse gives unpleasant reactions, so people who don't want to experience nausea, sweating, and chest discomfort when consuming alcohol are not inclined to drink. Lucky, I have no idea what you're talking about, my friend. I guess I'm really lost with what you're even talking about, Lucky. I think you're kind of off topic with the antabuse stuff. I've never heard of that. I don't think anybody on this channel has heard of it either. You guys know what Lucky's talking about with this antabuse stuff, guys? Whoa, we've got some different people coming in here. All right. So Buffy's on 12 milligrams, and Buffy's 55 years old. So you've been tapering, and you're still on 12 milligrams? Yeah, Buffy, you might be ready for the Sublocade shot, my friend. 300 milligrams. If you've been on it 10 years and you're still at 12 milligrams, you might consider the Sublocade shot, my friend. And let the Sublocade shot taper yourself for you, right? You're on cruise control once you guys are on Sublocade. You don't have to do the tapering anymore. Prion X says, I'm in extreme PW right now from, no joke, I waited 3 days before taking the first sub. What? I'm in extreme PW. So you just jumped off of fentanyl addiction and you waited 3 days and you took your first Suboxone? Is that what I'm understanding, Brian? Oh, precipitate. Oh, okay. I was like, PW? I don't know why, but that did not register for me for a second. That's not good, my friend. Did you take too much? I know a lot of people say you need to like sprinkle the Suboxone into your system very slowly if you're doing that, but 3 days, I'm surprised it's not out of your system by 3 days. That's a long time. Fentanyl can stay in your system for a long time. What do you guys know what the half-life is of fentanyl? Florida Man Dan, you still in here? I know Florida Man Dan recently went from fentanyl to Suboxone, so he could be a good person to talk to right now about this. Fentanyl is like that now. What's it called, guys? The Bernice method, I think, is what Prion X needs to be doing, like sprinkling low doses of Suboxone into your system until it's like a teeter-totter kind of thing, right? Did you just take a huge dose of Suboxone? Or have you been sprinkling little amounts in? I think you're supposed to take like 1 or 2 milligrams at a time, slowly, so that you don't have this huge interaction like you did. Buffy says, thank you so much for that information. I'm going to talk to my doctor about it. Do you know if insurance pays for it? So Buffy, a lot of insurances will pay for the Sublocade shot. It's literally the same medication. It just lasts much longer, and the half-life is so much slower that you don't feel it every day. You don't feel it kick in and fall off like you do when you're taking the oral Suboxone doses, right? So as soon as you get on the Sublocade shot, they inject a little thing in your stomach, and then it lasts you a couple months, so you don't have to keep dosing every day. You literally just move on with your life once they give you the shot. and you're welcome to watch any of our videos from before this. We talk about this a lot. There's a lot of people that are switching. They're tired of being on Suboxone. They've tried tapering and been unsuccessful in the past, so they switch to the Sublocade shot, and then that's just like gonna allow you to stop the oral addiction, and then over many months in the future, it will slowly taper you automatically without you having to do the brain work every day, right? Call your insurance, ask how much they pay, ask how much of the Sublocade shot they will cover. If they only cover X amount of dollars, let's say they say they're going to pay for half of it, worst case scenario, right? Then you go to a website, it's called www.insupport, just like it sounds, insupport.com. That's basically Sublocade financial assistance. More often than not, they will cover the remaining amount that your guys' insurance will not cover, guys. I've recommended this to many people, and many people have reported back to me that they covered the full amount, to where patients had to pay 0%. And I have made a video about this insupport.com and different ways to get Sublocade cheaper for people who do not have insurance. That video is coming in the near future, guys. So if you haven't yet subscribe, hit that like button, hit that notification bell, because we do live streams every Wednesday and every Sunday night, guys. Can't hear the jets. They're gone now. They come and go. DR says fentanyl has an extreme half-life. Like how extreme, DR? I think that might be one of the ones that I don't know about how long it is. Okay, yeah, so I always thought the injectable stuff was much shorter half-life. I didn't even know it was 11 hours. Even that sounds long to me, but... See, that blows my mind. How could he still have fentanyl in his system then if he's waited 3 full days? If the half-life of fentanyl is 11 hours, it makes me think that there's other things that are likely mixed in with it, right? Because aren't they like putting a bunch of different random crap in these pressed pills? I did this intentionally. You did that intentionally? Who can spend a week in withdrawal? Some people have used Kratom to try to bridge the gap. Have you ever tried using Kratom to bridge the gap? Sean P says, stay cool, everyone. Hey, Sean P, you asked for it. They're back. You hear him? Sean P asked, and you will get, what's the saying go? Ask and you shall receive, Sean. There's the Jets. Right on cue, Oop, buddy. Sorry, guys. I'm really trying not to say that as much as I can. I'm just going to say that. I'm going to say the B word for any contributions that come into the show. Let's just stick with that so I don't piss everybody off. I'll let you guys say it in the comments, though, if you want. Okay, guys, we went 2 hours and 15 minutes in here. It looks like the conversation dying off again, so we'll just shut her down right here. DR says, Pryan X, good job getting off the sauce on this and onto the subs. Yeah, it sounds like you just need to stabilize on the Suboxone once you get out of that precipitated withdrawal, and things will be much better for you, my friend. Yeah, congratulations on getting off of the street meds. That's a major move you made there. So hopefully you can just get steady on Suboxone and build some clean time. Too many people are dying in the streets off these street drugs, guys. So congrats to you for getting out of that lifestyle. Hopefully you can stay here with us. Stay safe. We out. Good night, everyone. Abundance for all. Marky says. Hopefully we see you guys on the Sunday night live stream. DR says 11 to 22 hours to completely leave his system. Yeah, see, that's why it doesn't make sense if he's three days and still having precipitated withdrawals. Yeah, I'm done with Kratom. It still sticks to the receptors for a long period. That's why fentanyl is crazy. People are afraid of the PW. Yeah, I've never experienced the PW, so I can imagine how horrible that is. That sucks that you're experiencing that, though. But stick with it. You'll get stable on Suboxone here soon, my friend. All right, guys, we're going to shut it down. My voice is getting froggy in here. Don't forget to hit that like button, guys. Remember, that helps the channel grow. You guys are seeing new people finding the channel. So if you guys enjoy this message, hit that like button. It will continue to bring other people to the channel. Super shout out to the people who contribute to today. We had Marky Rizzo with a $5 Cash App. Mama Deb Woods come through with a $20 Cash App. And Brian K with a $10 Super Chat. Shout out to all three of you guys who donated to today's stream, guys. All right, thanks to all of you guys who contributed in the conversation and keeping things going. Deb, I hope you get feeling better over the recent times here. So hopefully by next week you'll be feeling good to go. And we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here, guys. 2 hours and 18 minutes later. Woo! See you guys next week. I love y'all. Be safe out there, and don't forget, 2023 is upon us, so do whatever you need to do to move forward with your life, guys. All right, we'll see you soon. Bye, guys.